Hello everyone, it is B with the B Code and welcome back to my channel. Um, Today I have a special video for my black women. And as you can see by the title, Black Women, it's a setup. Why is every day a slut walk day for you? Now, I'm all for the sexy dress. I'm all for the pretty hairstyles. I'm all for the pretty glamorous nails and ear piercings. I love all that stuff. I mean, it can be beautiful, but then we can take it to the extreme. With that being said, you would say, well, Cole, what do you mean it's a setup? What do you mean? Why is every day a slut walk day? Um, can't we dress sexy? Can't we uh, do what we want to do with our bodies? Shouldn't we be able to express ourselves the way we want to express ourselves and go out and do the things that we want to do? Absolutely, positively, yes, I say that. However, if you look at these young ladies right here, Megan Good, Robin Givens, Haley Berry, Christina Milian. What do you think of when you see these women? You see wholesome, beautiful, normal looking as if they have a bright future ahead of them. And the reason I say this is because the black woman's beauty standards have changed. It's in a sense as if anything that you want to do goes, regardless of what people say, what people think, um, how people view black women as a whole. And that shouldn't be. Um, when we're looking at black women, and basically if we're just looking at a woman in general, what do we as a society feel that this black woman should, or how this woman, black woman, Caucasian woman, Indian woman, whatever race of woman, how should she be carrying herself? Right? People are going to say, oh, any way the fuck she wants to. Perfect. Fine. That's how you see it. However, what is in your mind shows itself on your body. Not only does it shows itself on your body, it shows itself in your behavior, right? And we know that there are a lot of views on the way people look that will basically have them thinking in their head a specific way about you. Example, if you're dressed like a prostitute, what are they going to consider you? A prostitute. And the reason I say this is because there have been standards set for the way a prostitute dresses. There have been standards set for the way a mother dresses. There has been standards set for the way a dyke dresses, right? This is how you are able to determine what you're looking at, right? A homosexual male, if he is of the feminine perspective, what is he going to dress like? He's going to dress like a woman, right? This is going to tell you that this is a feminine male homosexual. There are some men out there that are homosexuals, but they are of the masculine type, so they just continue to dress like men. You can also look at a person, a couple, a mother, a father, and you can tell who they are or maybe who they once were by the behaviors of their children, right? Everyone is allowed to make change. Everyone makes changes, whether they're good or bad. So now, let's get to the question, or the reason I say why it's a setup. So back in the day, everyone lusted after Megan Good in her films. Why? Because she was this black girl next door. She looked like this black girl next door, sweet, innocent, carried herself well, body type. She wasn't a fat kid, and she was just nice looking, looking as if in the future she's going to make a man a good wife, right? We have Robin Givens. Even with her weave back then in the day, look at how she carried herself. She may have worn a weave, but it wasn't to where you can just tell it was a weave, even though you knew it. It was clean. It was, you know, looking its best. But also look at her makeup. Fresh girl next door, right? Look at Halle Berry. Remember when Halle Berry was doing her movies? How beautiful and wholesome she looked, how normal she looked. How every black man lusted after her in the movies. Everybody wanted to marry Halle Berry because of the persona that she presented in her movies. Look at Christine Milian. Money Can't Buy Me Love. Beautiful. Girl, mixed girl next door. You know what I'm saying? Makeup is not to the extreme. Beautiful, not a fat kid. I mean, just every black man's dream. So what I'm saying is that back in the day, black men viewed black women differently because there was a certain beauty standard that was set, and we all basically stuck to it. Whether we had Megan Good's natural hair, whether we had Robin Givens in her weave, whether we had Halle Berry with her short haircut, or we had Christina Milian with her natural curls, beaming, right? But the beauty standard was to look wholesome, normal, as if you're going to make a man a good wife someday. Now, this is the black woman's beauty standard of today. Who set this? Who told black women that it was okay to wear blue hair and green hair, and one side of your hair pink and one side of your hair lime green, and then go walk down the street? Who told black women that now we're changing our beauty standards and this is where we're going to set them at? Now, photo ops, seeing yourself in a picture looking, a certain way, or looking weird, or just looking, out of place, hey, that's fine. But this is not what's happening. These black women think that it is okay, according to the beauty standards that I don't know who the fuck set, that it's okay that to walk down the street with hot red hair. It's okay to walk down the street with blue hair, looking like a Smurf, right? Even though Smurfette had blonde hair. It's okay to walk around with all this baby hair. You're not a fucking baby. I can see if you're going out to the club for the night and you want to be some man's dream. Okay, yeah, the green hair will do it. Yeah, the pink and yellow hair will do it. But that's a dream for one night. I've never heard out of a man's mouth that said, "Ooh, I want me a woman with purple hair. Oh, purple hair just turns me on. I want the mother of my children just to walk down the street with purple hair." Have you ever heard that? I've never heard it. And if you have, I mean, you must be dealing with the fucking Joker or something. I don't know. But what man says, "Ooh, I want my woman to wear a wig, and I want her to have those baby hairs laid, those adult baby hairs laid"? What man do you think is looking for a woman that looks like that? The beauty standard that the standards that have been set for today's black women is to be some man's fantasy all day, every fucking day. And that's not what a man wants all day, every day, unless he intends on just living his life in a fantasy, going from green hair to blue hair to purple hair to baby hair to weave to wig to what the fuck ever. You understand what I'm saying? If he's okay with those beauty standards. But the average man, the average black man is not okay with this. The average black man is not even okay with a wig. The average black man is not even okay with a wig. A weave. So, who set these beauty standards for us? Did we set them for ourselves? Or did a society that wants to make sure that black women don't look the wife part set those standards for us? Okay. If we look at how black women, how we're wearing our nails today. Back in the day, the only person I saw wear their nails like this was Coco from FWV. And that was just, I don't know. I think I don't remember why she wore her nails that long. However, she did. She's an entertainer. I feel like it was okay for her to do that. But as far as being an everyday woman, a man's potential wife, I didn't think and I don't think that these types of nails are appropriate. These types of nails scream, look at me, I'm not getting enough attention, or look at me, look at the beauty standards that have been set for black women of today, right? So, we even go so far as to put these acrylic nails and different things on our toes. What man wants to be in the bed with a woman that has hands on her feet, right? So, who said it's okay for black women to do things to the extreme? Because these types of things are to the extreme. So who set our beauty standards, and why do we feel like it's okay to wear them and then turn around and complain when the black man complains that we don't look normal, we don't carry ourselves normal, and that we are doing the slut walk slash she's for the street walk every single day, right? Um, if we look at if we go to the eyebrows, who the fuck set the beauty standards for black women for these fucking eyelashes, right? Now, who do we know, or what group of people do we know wore eyelashes because they didn't really have eyelashes? People like RuPaul, entertainers like RuPaul, male women impersonators wore these eyebrows for entertainment purposes. And back in the day, you didn't even really see them walking down the street with these eyelashes on. This was just nighttime entertainment look, right? But for some reason, black women seem to think that it's okay to wear these over the top eyelashes and over the top eyebrows all day, every fucking day. So it's like every day is a slut walk day for you. And I'm wondering why. Um, why have we leaned to these over the top standards and then have the audacity to label them beauty? This is not beauty. This says to me there's something wrong within your brain. There's something, either it's not connecting, it's too connecting to where it's jumbled up, or it's fucking rewired to where you just pouring stupid shit out your mind every day, and it's showing itself on your body. It's showing how your mind thinks, right? Um, Adding a little bit of eyelashes, there's nothing wrong with that if you want to be look a little sexy or whatever. But our beauty standards right now are just over the top, right? You're saying, okay, get to the point, get to why is it a setup? Why is it a setup? I'm going to do that, but I'm going to describe all the things that black women are doing that has been set as our beauty standards of today, right? So we've looked at how wholesome we used to look. We've looked at the different colors that we do our hair. We've discussed weaves and wigs. We've discussed nails. We've discussed these eyebrows and these eyelashes. So let's take a look at these piercings. I mean, heaven to Betsy, you're not a bull. Why do you have a bull ring in your nose? I mean, I've never heard a man say, "Oh, oh, I want a wife that wears a piercing in her nose that bulls wear." I've never heard that. I've never heard a man say, "Oh, I just love a black woman that has a piercing in every part of her body." I've just never heard that. Um, I've never heard them say, "I want the mother of my child or the mother of my children to just be pierced all over. I want her to have 12 piercings in her face, and I want her boobs pierced, and I want her clit pierced, and I want her eyebrow pierced, and I want 6 piercings in her nose. I want her to have 15 piercings in every." That's not what these men are looking for. And then we complain when their preferences. Ah, their preferences are looking like the wholesome Robin Givens or the cute Megan Good or the sweet Christine Milian. And we're wondering, why don't these black men want me? It's because you look funny, first of all, right? You're okay to dance with in the club, you're okay to sleep with one night. I mean, all that stuff, it's fabulous for fantasy time. See, men got fantasy time, they got hoe time, they got slut time, they got wife time, they got girlfriend time. Black women, you're finding yourself more one night stand time and more oops baby mama time than you're finding yourself girlfriend time and wife time. And you say, "Oh, how can you say that?" You know what I'm saying? Because if a man likes you and he wants you, he's going to accept you for the way you are. Yeah, if you look normal, if you act normal, if you look like you're going to be able to instill something in your children, in his children. Because, see, these preferences may not be all that educated, they may not be all that smart. But the one thing that they're providing to a black man is natural beauty when it comes to their children. See, these preferences that they go to and that they marry and that they wife and that they take care of, they know when I produce a child with her, this child is not going to have to wear wigs. They're not going to have to wear weaves. They're not going to have to put on mountains of makeup. They're going to come out natural and beauty. They're not going to have to perm their hair. They're not going to have to press their hair. They're not going to have to do any of these things to make themselves beautiful. Therefore, they won't have to put on the different color wigs and weaves. They won't have to put on the long nails to say, "Look at me." They won't have to do their eyebrows funny. They won't have to put on all these piercings just to look like somebody else. And basically, what I'm saying is that these mixed kids will more than likely not take on the beauty standards of black women today. So these men, they don't want their children acting like you, black woman of today, because something is going on here, right? Something is going on here. So look, I mean, look at these eyebrows. You got, I mean, I understand this one young lady down here, she wants her eyebrows to match her hair. Okay, it just still it doesn't look right to me. It says it's saying something's not right upstairs. You have this one lady, look at her eyebrows. She wants her eyebrows to be the same color as her eye makeup. And then she has this bull ring in her nose, and then she has these little freckles that she's planted on her face. Now this could just be a picture that she's taken, that she's dressing up for. However, black females really do walk around looking like this. Look at this young lady. Look at her eyebrows. I mean, I don't know what kind of, where the fuck, how the fuck, who the fuck, or why the fuck somebody let her go out the house with these eyebrows on, right? She's giving me, I don't know. I don't know what she's giving me. But I'm bringing it to light because it's not normal. Look at this woman's eyebrows over here. They're thicker. They're thicker than. But I mean, it's not normal. It's not normal. I mean, look at the makeup. Now, this makeup down here, it is absolutely gorgeous for the club. It is absolutely gorgeous for maybe going on a vacation. But when you're coming back down to normal, if you do have a normal, it's not okay. Black men are looking for that girl next door with that spicy, sexy persona in the house. And then when they do put on that spicy, sexy persona, they're with their man, right? She's dressed up and they're going out, and it's for her man to show her off. When a black woman dresses up and goes out, she's dressing for other black women. And a lot of the times it's not even to catch a man, it's just to show other women how cute she looks, how long her weave is, how expensive her nail job is, because look at how long and dazzled they are. It's to show other black women, look at how in shape I'm in, look at my BBW. They're not dressing for a man, they're dressing to impress other women or to look better than other women, when we aren't the ones you should be dressing for. You should be dressing for a man, if that's what you hope to get, if you don't have one. But for me, there's a lot of women that do this slut walk every single day. You can't go outside without seeing, and I don't want to call it, well, yeah, slut. You basically a slut. And I'm not calling you a slut. I'm saying you're dressing like a slut. The dress is slutty dress. It's like slutty dress day every day. When you look at women, look at how these women are dressed right here. They look like slut buckets to me. I'm sorry. I said they look like slut buckets. I didn't say they are slut buckets. Looking like a slut and being a slut is two different things. A lot of these women, they may dress like this, but it's because there's something upstairs that's going on, but this is not actually how they're using their bodies. So these women are in broad daylight. They're in broad daylight, and they're in broad daylight alone. Now, who's taking the picture, you would say, if they're alone? Well, I don't know, maybe their girlfriend. I don't know, some of them have their kids taking the pictures. Who knows? I'm not speaking of the models. I'm not speaking of the entertainers. They have to dress, look at me, look at me, look at me, in order to get seen, in order to get people to patronize their business, in order for them to make their money. No, I'm talking about your average, every ordinary, everyday black woman that walks down the street doing the slut walk all day, every fucking day. Some women, you cannot find a decent outfit in their closets. You know how I know? Because every freaking day you're doing a slut walk in some outfit that is skimpy tight, extra revealing, and inappropriate for the day, time, and function, right? Going to the club, I would wear none of these outfits. They aren't club attire for me. This is I've never dressed like this, and it's not because I've never had the body to dress like this. It's just because this is something that wasn't in my mind. Um, I have a son that I had early on, and I didn't want to carry myself like this in front of my son. For me there's a place and time for everything, right? So when we when we look at this picture I put together, the beauty standard, another beauty standard for black women is your ass, right? Your ass. Every time we turn around, you see ass. That's all you see is ass. And it's like all you're showing is your ass, but you want someone to look at your mind. They're not going to look at both. They're going to look at one at a time, but eventually they're going to revert back to your ass. They are not going to give a shit what's in your mind because your ass is always in the forefront. And what is an ass? A donkey. What is a donkey? An animal. What do they do with donkeys? They use them to put their shit on. Jesus rode on a donkey, or Mary rode on a donkey when she was pregnant with Jesus. At least that's what the book says. Look at what these donkeys in this image are being used for. Luggage, containers, travel. Where do donkeys sleep? Not in the fucking house with their owner. Hence, the donkeys are for the street. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just stating my opinion. I'm giving some facts. Now, let's dive into the setup, okay? The setup is coming from the preferences. And I hate to put blame on the preferences, but I got to because you have to place blame where it belongs. It belongs on the preferences, right? What's one way to get a man away from his woman? To make his woman look like a goddamn fool. And this is what the preferences have been successful in doing. They have set a beauty standard for you, black woman, and they have presented it to you at every freaking turn. And you might say, "Oh, well, Code, um, you know, those preferences, they dress like that too. They wear the weaves and they wear the wigs and they wear the nails and they wear booty shorts and the eyebrows and they got so many piercings too." Here's the thing. When they take all that shit off, it looks exactly like all that they look exactly the same as if they put all that shit on. And the fact that they still can create the mixed kids with the beautiful hair, the beautiful skin color, the standards of beauty that they've set for themselves. Oh well, you can say that, but this wig and this weave, it's a protective hairstyle. Why the fuck would you protect your head and not protect your ass? I don't know, no niggas going around fucking bitches in the head, in your hair, in your eyebrows. I don't fucking know me unless he's just that much of a fucking freak. But you protect your hair, but you won't put anything to protect your ass. I'm just being funny, but I'm serious. You have been set up by the preferences. What's the one way to get a man not to marry the woman he's supposed to marry? You make her look unfit to be a wife and a mother. You make it as if, oh, you have a child by a black man, black woman, but it was a oops situation. He didn't mean to get you pregnant. Oh, he never intended on making you his wife. It was a one night stand. Oh, he was just screwing you because he didn't have nobody else to screw, and you ended up pregnant. Who makes these fucking weaves and wigs? Or who invented these fucking weaves and wigs? Because it wasn't black women, right? Who developed all this makeup and all these piercings and all black women? We didn't do that shit back in the day. Those are some of the things that were not important to us. What was important to us used to be making a man a good wife, raising some good children, some successful children. But this is what the bougie class of black people do anyway. So you have a bougie class, you have a middle class, and you have a poor class of people. And a lot of women think that if my weave is $600, my nails are $200. I spent $150 on my toes. My outfit is my shoes, my boots are $1,000. Um, my outfit is 600. I got all this gold on my neck. I got me a diamond tennis bracelet. I got all these diamonds on my fingers, and my body is nice. And you just running around here thinking you're an expensive bitch. You're not an expensive bitch. What you are is a bitch that wasted a whole lot of money on some bullshit that a black man don't even give a fuck about. You see, they don't care about the gold on your neck. They don't care about your $1,000 boots. They don't care about your itty bitty teeny tiny waist, as evidenced by what Cynthia G says all day long. They take a fat white bitch and wife her up. She ain't got no gold on. She ain't got no jewels. She ain't got no expensive boots on. She don't even have a good looking body. But what they looking for is somebody that got their hair screwed on straight. And that looks like they got their hair screwed on straight. So at this point in time, black woman, you don't look like you have your head screwed on straight. It looks like there's something fucking wrong with you. And I'm sorry, but this is something for me that needs to be said because nobody is talking about it. I mean, you actually think that this is the appropriate way to look while you're walking down the street with your children. This is what you want to show your daughters how to dress up and look like. This is the beauty standards that you want to pass down to your children. I don't know. This is not a beauty standard for me. This is a standard that has been set to say make that nigga run in the opposite direction. Make him run to some females that look normal, which are the preferences. Right? They know you hate your hair so much. They hate you hate your nappy ass hair so much that you're going to put a wig on. You hate your nappy ass hair so much that you want to protect it. Ah, you've been set up, ladies. You've been set up to make yourselves look as unfit to be a man's girlfriend, only one wife, and even the mother of his children. These black men are saying they don't even want to procreate with you anymore. Look at your beauty standards. Who's making this shit? Who's advertising this shit to you? Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and the numerous other female rappers that are out there. They're telling you that it is okay to walk down the street looking like this. But let me tell you the difference between you and them. They're doing it because they have to, because it says, look at me, look at me, look at me, buy my shit, buy my shit. Look how cute I look. They are being they're looking like any man's fantasy. They don't give a fuck if he's black, white, Mexican, Indian. They don't give a shit. They're looking like a man's fantasy so that they come to their concerts. They bring their girlfriends to their concerts. They bring their wives to their concerts. They even buy their tape. They watch their videos. You know what I'm saying? You know how Cardi B and Nicki Minaj is all in the videos with their ass hanging out, titties hanging out. That they get paid for views. What's the one way you're gonna make a man watch? You gotta have everything hanging loose in every which way. And it gotta be dressed in something, and it has to have something cute on it. Right? But this does not mean that this is what a black man wants to be his girlfriend, his wife, and the mother of his children. So that's why they have the preference at home, and they'll still come screw you, black woman. Because all you've shown them is that you're the ass of the party. It's party time for them. Where's the ass at? It's you. Because their preferences don't have none at home. But the preferences got what they want at home. They're at home. You're in the street. You're at the club. You're not raising your children right. Your children are all over the fucking street. Your children are doing poorly in school. Their children are at home having home cooked meals and family time, and while they got this black man out here making the money and sending it home. They don't even give a shit that he out doing what he doing. The women are, those preferences are concerned with their home. Okay, and then when it's booty time, that's when they put on, all they nice shit and look good for their man for booty time. For the black woman, it's booty time all the time. When you gonna put your butt away and start acting like somebody's mother, somebody's sister, somebody's daughter, that is to be respected and that is to be cherished and taken care of? Right now, we don't look like that. I mean, they take, basically, black men take care of black women the same way a donkey is being taken care of. They don't do shit for it. They don't do shit for you. And this doesn't apply to everybody, of course. There's some black men out there, love a black woman, they're gonna do the damn thing. But when you come onto social media and you hear the way these men are talking, I hear their message. I hear it loud and clear, right? I don't like the way they present it because they aren't offering any solutions, and they themselves aren't asking the question, who got our black women like this? What is being presented to our black women that makes them think that this is what we like? We're telling them all fucking day long, I don't like this weave. I don't like your wig. Your ass is hanging out. You look like you for the streets. You act like you for the streets. But black women are not listening. You hear what they're saying, but you're not listening. It's as if black women are purposefully defiant to what the black man is looking for. Now you have this culture out here. What is it? The I don't know. I forget. And I use the woke culture, or the black culture, Erica Badu type things. The uh King Kong conscious. I forget his name. I must be aging really because I don't forgot his name. Umar Johnson. You got that culture going on where natural beauty is cherished and is very much so smiled upon. But then we got this group of men and women that are catering to the demise of black women. You got men speaking death into black women because of their weaves and the way they carry themselves. And you have black women destroying their own image because of the things that they are indulging in and overdoing with. I mean, for the life of me, if entertainment purposes, maybe if I was a stripper, I'd do some pink and lime green hair. I might do some blue hair or some green hair or some orange hair or some white hair. I might do that, because it says I'm in the club. I'm trying to get paid. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? And it looks cute. It does look cute, but this is not everyday, all day wear. So you do your slut walk as a stripper, and then when you come out the damn club, you're supposed to turn back into a normal person. It's not everybody's business, right? Um, the fact of the matter is that we are spending massive amounts of money on hair, nails, and expensive designer clothes. But what is your 18-year-old going to do when they graduate high school? They're going to go to college and rack up some debt. You're not going to have anything for them. You're not making any financial plans for the children that you're bringing into this world. I mean, it's as if everything is about you, your hair, your nails, your outfits, your party time, your weed, your drink, your nigga, your this, your that. And then when your kids turn 18, you expect them to miraculously grow a competent and have a common sense brain as far as how they're going to deal with society. Some of y'all, it's like, I don't know, go out there and figure it out. But that's unfair. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Back to who's setting you up, it's your preferences, right? This is a way they're getting black men away from you so that they can be taken care of, right? Because um, they are not what the men in their race are looking for. You see, the men of their race, they're looking for women that don't fuck with black men, right? They're looking for, they have women that have standards set to where I don't date outside my race. I don't care if he's Mexican. I don't care if he's Indian. I don't care if he's Panamanian. I don't give a damn if he's African. They will not date outside their race because the legacy is that important. The bloodline is that important. There are some white men who will not date a white woman if he knows that she's fucked around with a black man. or any man of another race for that matter, because they don't want that to come back and bite them in the butt when they marry this woman. So a lot of these basketball players and football players and these entertainers, these singers, these country singers. I love me some Blake Shelton. These country singers, these this that, they have their preferences, and their preference is a wholesome white woman. I'm sorry to say. So then you have this preference group that prefers to date outside of their races. And who do you think they want to date outside of their races? They want to date the men that are making the most money, that can take care of them, that can put them in that mansion. Well, he may not be white, but he got enough money to put me in this mansion just like a white man does. Whether he's running the globe or not, whether he owns a business or not, whether he's whether he is looked down upon or not, we don't give a fuck. He can still put us in this mansion. I can still do my shopping. My kids is still going to be in designer clothes. They're going to have their rooms decorated the way they want to. I don't give a fuck. But I want the man, the black man, that can do me like the white man can. And in order for that to happen, what do they have to do? Black woman, they have to destroy your image. They have to make you look as if you're unfit to be their wife. They have to make it like you're nothing. You should not be valued. You should not be taken care of. Why would you take care of some black bitch like that? Look at her. She got an attitude. Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It's just so big. I mean, right. They have to destroy your image so that your man looks away from you and looks towards them and go procreate with them and take care of them, supply their needs, and do everything that they want to do. I don't know a black man on this earth that won't fuck a black woman. But I do know a black man on this earth that won't fuck a black woman because of what a preference says, or because of what a man that only dates preferences said. Right? So what does that tell you right there? It tells you that a lot of our black men are easily influenced. It means that they aren't thinking for themselves, they're group thinking, right? You got a lot of group think going on here. A lot of these niggas don't know how to think for themselves. And I'm sorry to say that. They base what they're doing on other people's opinions because they have yet to formulate one for themselves. And when they do formulate one for themselves, their minds are so weak that it can easily be plucked out of their head. Their own preferences and their own ideas and morals and values can be plucked out of their head that easily and replaced with someone else's. So, with that being said, black ladies, you've been set up, and you've been set up very good. Okay? Because these preferences got the same fucking nasty, stinking attitude you do. They cry like you do. They bleed like you do. They got feelings like you do. They fight like you do. They wear weaves like you do. They wear wigs like you do. They wear nails like you do. They do everything that you do, but the main thing that you don't have, the main thing that you don't have is their standards of beauty, because yours have been distorted very, very good for you. So as black women, we need to start taking a look at what we're doing, how we're behaving. There needs to be some changes. We need to change our beauty standards. A pink wig, a fucking blue wig, all the fucking colors of the rainbow, and then some should not be our beauty standards. And I'm not telling any black woman what color were her hair, I'm just gonna put it to you, like I would put it to my daughter if she was doing some bullshit like this. You look funny. You look real funny. You look real stupid. And if I was a man, you would not be someone I would choose to have a wife to raise my kids, because that shit right there on top of your head makes me think that you don't know what the fuck is going on in society, and that um you don't know how to straighten shit out, and you're not going to be a good influence on my children or me. You're going to make me look silly. You're going to make my mama look silly. You're going to make my family look silly. And we just going to be a ball of fucking laughter like you already are. I'm just going to say it. Take these fucking colored wigs off. Nothing wrong with a wig, but do it have to be these fucking colors? Draw your eyebrows on. But I mean, oh, 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 oh my fucking God. Do they have to look like this? You know what I'm saying? Where are your nails? But do they have to look like that? I mean, what's the benefit in wearing your nails like this? What's the benefit? I mean, I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why does every day have to be slut walk day? Why? And I'm not talking about the hoes and the prostitutes. They gonna slut walk all day, every day, 'cause they got to. That's how they make their bread. But I'm talking about women that are not in that lifestyle. Why does every day have to be a slut walk day for you? Who told you that it was okay for you to dress like this in front of your children? Who told you it was okay for you to dress like this in front of other people's children? Right? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of sexy dress. There's nothing, there's nothing wrong with, like I said, it looks indecent. There you go. It looks indecent. It looks like you aren't a decent person. And you could be that. You could be the most decent person in the world. I don't know that until I talk to you. And some people you will never talk to. Some people, they will just only see you. Right? So, I mean, we need to, black women, y'all, I'm gonna say y'all because those are not my beauty standards. I've set my own beauty standards. I wear my braids, I wear them long. I go from blonde to black to brown to blonde, brown, mix or whatever, but I stick to normal colors. Okay? Um I wear nails. I stick to a certain length. I don't put that shit on my toes though. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to look normal. Unless you're in the entertainment business, you're supposed to look normal, right? Unless you're a prostitute or a hoe, you're supposed to look normal. You're not supposed to look like you came out of a cartoon and then want a black man to take you serious, or anybody for that matter, right? Yes, you can do what you want to do. Yes, you can wear whatever kind of colored hair you want to. Yes, you can slut walk all day, every day if you want to. But then don't complain about how black men are talking about you. Don't complain when they don't want to date you. Don't complain when they go over here and take care of their preferences and not you. Even though we've been set up, you don't have to stay set up. You can make a change. You can make that difference. You can get your black man back, whether you think you can or you can't. You have to change, or there has to be a change, or at least you have to start doing some things differently. Um, I can understand 100% when a man says, I don't date you because you're this, that, and the third. If that's the way you're going to stay, then I can't date you. But if you're willing to change, I will date you. I'm perfectly fine with that. But here's the thing. It's a massive amount of us that think it's okay to slut walk all day, every day. It's a massive amount of us that think it's okay to wear all these different freaking colored hair, all these piercings, these stupid looking eyes. The shit looks stupid. Fuck it. It looks stupid. You look unfit to be a girlfriend, a wife, and even a mother, even though your womb is your womb. That's my story. I'm sticking to it, ladies. Don't continue to fall for the setup. Wear your weaves, wear natural colors. Wear your nails, do them a nice length. Okay? Draw your eyebrows on, draw some sensible looking eyebrows on. Do your piercings. Keep it sweet. Keep it nice looking. Keep it girl next door looking, right? Change what people are seeing. It'll change how people treat you. It'll change what people are saying about you. And it'll also make you change the way you are behaving as a wife, as a girlfriend, as a mother, as a daughter, as a sister, as an auntie, as a cousin, as a friend. You want to look like you're sane. You don't want to look like you're insane. Okay? So anyway, this is B with the B code. Thank you guys, as usual, as always, for watching my videos. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to. And please feel free to leave a comment in the comment box. Thank you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.